Hi, welcome to this particular system. It's created with the May edition. The tutorial I'm gonna make, it's about Carly. It's about Carly 10, but it's about Calamares, Calamares configuration. I'm gonna play with it a little bit. So without pushing it to the internet, Control C, I'm gonna play with it on my desktop, Control V. So this is a branch to play with. There are other things we can do with our, well, the modules we get from Calamares. Let's kill everything else, close other tabs, voila. So my recommendation is inside documents, do a git clone from Calamares. This is the project from Calamares. And we are a few days ahead, weeks maybe, years maybe. Git pull, voila, all the changes that have been made now are on here. And if you have a lot of time, you do this. Open with git ahead and you read whatever the guys change. So that's added, green is added, red is gone. And it's the author is Adriaan de Groot, that's how you pronounce it in Dutch. Adriaan de Groot is the correct pronunciation. And then it goes on and it goes on and it goes on and it goes on, and you can read a lot of things. What I would like to have some fun with is a module, source, module. There's different things, always time, right? Different things to play with. There is the welcomeq, right? The Q stands for QML. Comparing is probably nonsense, but it's just showing, okay, there are some images here, text here, CP, QML, here we go. So recommended QML and some about QML, release notes QML, welcomeq conf and welcomeq QML. So basically the construction, the how is it made is different. So maybe I should take a look at that first, because the other thing I had in mind is called packagechooser. The packagechooser is something you can use. Here is the configuration, so that you can show people, here is LibreOffice, here is WPS Office or something like that, and then show with screenshots, with images, you like to download this or you like to download that, and it will provide you, well, something. And there is indeed already something, I think. KDE, packages, KDE frameworks, KDE Plasma, KDE Keyer. Not sure if it will work at all straight out of the box, but it might. So packagechooser.conf. So if you would like to test that out, you take it with you. Control C, desktop, etc, Calamares, modules, Control V. This will be your thing then, but you have to tell it to do it. So the packagechooser, somewhere we need to put it in here. It's gonna be maybe in the beginning, and so we see it immediately. Packagechooser. Probably that's gonna be the name. Would sound normal. And here's a Q. Here was a Q. Let's see. So documents, sources, modules, welcomeq. It's like the Q continuum. welcomeq, package chooser. We've added that one. Question is that the correct name? Package chooser, yes. We'll see what happens, right? With the standard configuration. Locale, I think there's a keyboard Q, and locale Q as well. So I'm going for the QML thing. Partition, no. Users Q. Yep, I was right. Users Q. And summary. No summary Q. No summary Q. Okay, I think I got all the Qs. So I never played around with the QML modules before. And that's what you can do. Save. All right, on my desktop, I have now a configuration I like to have in my virtual box. Super F7. I have a Carly 10. Is it shared? Did I create a shared folder? I did. So plus folder path, folder name, read only no, auto mount yes, cancel. And I will have a VBox shared. Let's try it out. Now the VBox shared is something we have alias VBM is pointing to user share local bin ArcoLinux VBox share. Okay, so we type in cat user local bin ArcoLinux VBox share. And this is a little script. So I'm gonna type all this in because I want to have a VBox shared. Control T, T only works in Thunar. So sudo pacman, no, first the keyboard, sudo pacman -s, get the databases, then sudo g password -a live user, I guess, to the VBox SF, adding user live user to the group. Okay, sudo system ctl enable the VBox service. Ouch. Okay, no, VBox service. Let's see. Good. And now we start it. Check. And I need Thunar. As the best file manager ever to do tricks like this. I need to get out, log out, leave, log out as live user, just an empty password, and I'm back in. Then I need to open Thunar. Let's add it to the favorites. Favorites, Thunar, there you are. And we have nothing. I should have a mounted pause thingy. What did I do wrong? This is Thunar. Check. So there is no VBox share. That's annoying because I need to get my stuff in. Okay. Reasons can be there is no VBox share. There is no VBox share. And indeed there is no VBox share. So I'll hear the sounds of the sirens. VBox shared. Yes. Hurry away. And then create folder VBox shared. It matters, right? Everything matters. Without a folder, how can I mount it on Plasma? You cannot. So we log out again. We log in again. Thunar is still there. And still no guy. Still no fun. Let's see if everything works. Sudo systemctl. Oh, there we go again. Set keyboard. Sudo systemctl. Give me the status of the VBox service. Aha. It's active and it's up and running. Protocol error. Protocol error. Failed to mount. Protocol error. What does that mean? How to mount error. What's that all about? Failed to mount VBox shared. Yeah, I know. It was not there earlier on, but it's now. Oh. Status. Failed to mount VBox share on. He wants to mount it in VBox media. This thing. And he can't mount it. Open terminal. Sudo remove rf whatever is here. So that's gone. Stopping, starting, status. Protocol error. Protocol error. No clue. Why would there be a protocol error? VirtualBox. VBox SF. I think I did that. Let's do a reboot here. Everything looks now normal. Power of the machine, yeah. I have to start from scratch. So, Control T. That's installed. Then sudo g password add me, add Eric to the VBox SF group. Eric does not exist. I'm still a live user. Okay. Sudo systemctl enable the VBox service and start it. I could have done that in one go. Now log out, log back in, it says. In ArcoLinux that works. Log out, log in. And we go for tuner. Yay. Success. So we got this. So my other desktop here. So on my desktop, I have something to play with. Calamares. So I'm gonna do a Control X here. So there can be only one version of it, and it's gonna be in VBox shared. V here. So F5 here. And then I'm gonna go for file system. No, I'm gonna leave you open. I'm gonna go for, yeah, probably Control T. Dolphin doesn't like to be opened as sudo. So tuner is, however, yes. Otherwise I would done a packagechooser. So etc Calamares is the old thing. The old thing is out. And this is the new thing. Control C, Control V. And then we run it. What happens if we changed all that? Yeah, I thought as much. I was too fast in clicking, but here it is. So this is the welcomeq. Let's have a look. What are we looking at? We're looking at the welcomeq. So we need to CSS this thing, as it's not nice. Modules, welcomeq. We need to have a kind of configuration file for it. So up here, that's my system file, new, well, let's take a new tab. So VBox, fine, documents, Calamares, sources, modules, the welcome queue. The welcome queue is this thing. That's the configuration of it. And that's a welcome queue QML for it. So I guess we can change this as well. Ooh, my guess is right. So what can we do with these two files? Control C, Calamares, modules. The question is, these are all configuration files. Do I need to copy the welcome queue QML here? I haven't read the thing. Use QRC branding of both sources of files. This program will ask you some question, will ask you pertinent questions. All right, some change to pertinent. What happens when I do that? So this is on my system. I'll go back to this system, cancel, yes. I go to, I guess I should open again. Let's do a packagechooser this time. Tuner. Oh, what's all that? Packagechooser tuner. Voilà. File system etc. Calamares. Modules. Okay, so this is the one from here, Control C to here. All right, now we relaunch our install system. So that's the welcome queue. Some questions, not pertinent questions. So I don't think it's gonna be there. Let's see. We might need to put it in our branding. Let's see if we move this about. The welcome QML, Control X, and move it to branding. Okay, cancel, yes. Do I have pertinent questions? Welcome loading failed. Uh-huh. Yep, it keeps on failing. So welcome QML X modules, Control V, and this he likes. Nothing to install. Control T. Let's get the tools, right? Do I have yay or something here? I do. Number 5 it is. Oh, it's installed. Oh, it's installed. It's installed. Just have to tell to use it with other applications. Sublime text. There you go. Okay, much better, much better, much better. Bit bigger. Pertinent questions. Also find some. Okay, so we need to figure out where I should put the QML. American English. Ooh, okay. About support. I'm guessing I can just change that here. Stop using that tool. So, show support, false, false, and false. Whoops. Save. So now with this, okay, why can't I make a Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V? Permission denied. So it's just one way. Cancel, yes. Install system. We just have the about button, a very big one at that. And now let's go on. All right, so this is the packages thing. Package chooser is the name. And no desktop, Plasma desktop. It seems there are no images, but there is text. So packages, package chooser, this one. Oh my god, it's gonna nag me. So no desktop, geen desktop. Screenshot, if I would have a screenshot in images, no selection, spot PNG. That would work. What else? Next. And those are mine. But then at the end here, localeq. Let's have a look at localeq. If we want this or not. Let's do this one. So location loading failed. Localeq. Localeq. And if we go on, we get the keyboard model. That's keyboard Q. And then next. Partition is the same. And we need to do something here, otherwise we can't do next. This is users queue. What's your name? I'll go login, reuse. And then we got, that's it. Those are the new things. So this is a way to, well, think, do I want this? Test it out quickly. A queue thing. Now this is a problem, so the localeq probably is gonna need something. Localeq, is that this folder? Localeq, that's the welcome queue. Localeq, this thing. Needs maybe localeq.conf. Ctrl+C. And now we have one. Maybe it's happy now. And then we have this here, which means we cancel this thing. We go in here, F5, localeq is there, Control C, Control V, it's now here as well. Let's see if that's what it's missing. Oh, I guess you need to select something, otherwise you can't continue. That's a bummer. These are all our stuff. Ah, look at that. I'm living in London, I suppose. Try Brussels. We can pinpoint these things. Warsaw. Let's quickly have a look at the world. Fun. Asia Timpu. Back to Brussels. Zoom, zoom as my scroll. I can zoom in to Brussels. And here's Antwerp. The pictures we're taking in the harbor of Antwerp. And that's the harbor for you. However, we're bicycling here in this part, but there's so much more. So, okay, this is the thing. This is localeq. And this is keyboard Q, if we're wondering. And the thing is, with the Q thing, you have a Q CSS, you can make it branded differently. It all depends how much time you want to spend into Calamares theming and tweaking all that, but it's here. The style sheet QSS is here. And many distros like Manjaro, like KOS, EndeavourOS, they make their own QML, their own show when you use the tool Calamares. But it's under constant development, so these are the new Qs, so to speak. So the localeq is here, and so much more. And then you can, if you like it, if you see what you like, you can dig in and theme and tweak it any way you see fit. And then you got yourself your own branding, let's say, of Calamares. Alright, that concludes the video. It's just a taste of what's possible, and it's entirely up to you to figure out more. How do I get to change the text? How to do this? How to do that? It's going to be reading, and it's only when you're interested in changing that you start making effort to take the time and learn and read. How should I set everything up? How should I change this pertinent question? Where is it coming from? Where is it branded? Where is it linked to? Why is it not showing pertinent questions? Because I changed it, right? So it's figuring out what all this is. The file, the branding path, image path, branding, product welcome. It's still a lot of reading and playing around. And nobody knows everything, so it's entirely up to you to figure out these things. User share Calamares release notes QML. It's now away, but it could be there. Release notes QML. All the buttons you can click. All right, have fun. It's a way of working. It's a flow process. It's a flow that you can use. These shared folders, that's what I wanted to share as well, of course, that you have a VirtualBox and you move around from VirtualBox to your own system and put it on there, try it out until you say, okay, this is what I like, and then you move ahead and make a package from it. All right, cheers.